Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Shirtless Painter. I believe that anyone can paint, and anyone can paint anything. And today, we're going to be painting none other than, you guessed it, a pizza box. We all love pizza, and even more than that, we all love the beautiful art that you find on the outside of a pizza box. So today I figured, why should the pizza box printers have all the fun? We're going to go ahead and make one for ourselves. Come on and join me. Alright, so let's go over our materials here. We're going to be flashing some of the colors that we're using on the screen so you can follow along at home. As you can see here, I've taped off some of the canvas here, and I'll show you why in just a second. And we have just our nice canvas primed in a nice Jaleel white, if you have that available to you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a nice border around our pizza box. So I'm going to just cut right to the chase and go for some nice sloppy spaghetti sauce red. So we're just going to dive right in. You don't have to mix it today. This is a time saver for all you lazy bones out there. I know I am one and relate. So we're going to go ahead and dip right in here. Just sort of color in the lines. This is so easy. I was going to say a caveman can do it, but I feel like everyone's kind of sick of those guys. Remember when they gave him a sitcom? Sound off in the comments if you're old enough to remember that. The Geico Caveman sitcom. Alright, so just really get in there and sort of fill it in. And if you don't want to use red, you could use a different color, though I caution against it. But really, whatever you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you what your pizza box can or can't look like. Look at that. I'm getting hungry already. Alright, so just pretend you're a little, I like to pretend I'm a little sort of red race car going on a Hot Wheels track, just sort of zipping around. Painting is not a race, but today it is. So just really fill that in, let the tape do the work. Don't worry if it's a little sloppy. That's what a pizza party is all about. Okay. Almost looks like some sort of McDonald's cheeseburger wrapping, but that's the last thing that this is. Okay. And if you're in a rush, if you're running out the door, this is sort of the painting equivalent of ordering pizza. If you don't have time to cook, this is a nice quick painting technique that really, where a little goes a long way. Alright, so we're rounding the corner to the finish line. One last blop of red there, and look at that. Yow. Okay, great. Just filling any loose edges there. Great. So let's go ahead and, if you remember the scene in one of the Batman films where the Joker gets his bandages peeled off, I believe that happens in one of them. This is going to be sort of like that. So your old canvas is going to say, "Hey, give me the mirror. I want to see what a freak I look like." But he doesn't look like a freak, or she. Could be a she. So you're going to want to go ahead and just start peeling away that tape. And you should notice some nice, clean red lines. You've heard of the film The Thin Red Line. Well, this is the clean red line. It's pretty thin, too. Could be thinner, though. Okay, and just discard your tape on the floor. Alright, look at that. Okay. I like to pretend that the canvas just underwent some sort of plastic surgery. Now it gets to start its new confident life. Maybe get it back out there in the dating world again. Sometimes that tape will stick to you like a real devil. Look at that. All right. And you could kind of do a little flourish if you want to, you know, show off. You could kind of do a little ribbon dance. Anything you want to do to add your own personal spin on it. Yeah, baby. Austin Powers. All right. Look at that. Comes right off. Comes right off like a cheap dress on prom night. Look at that. Okay. All right. And look at that, we got our nice pizza border. It's starting to look like a pizza box already, if you ask me. Alright, so let's get down to the fun part here. Not that that wasn't fun. That was honestly the most fun I've had all year. But it's about to get even more fun. No pizza box would be complete without our own signature Italian stereotype pizza man. So let's go ahead and get our paints ready. And I'm going to grab a nice thin brush. We'll be painting a fat man, but using a thin brush. And we'll just get some of our Italian black here. This is made out of squid ink. And then we're just going to go right in there and start making our man, as they say. Alright, so we'll go ahead and add him in right here. We're just going to start by... We'll start from the beginning by adding just a nice big pizza hat. Look at that. Whew. Big pizza chef's hat. And then we'll get our... Start adding in our chef's hair here. We're going to make mine a brunette, but there are blonde pizza chefs, I imagine, in some regions of Italy or the United States. Alright, so from there we're just going to give him a nice face. Nice pizza nose. Alright. And we'll give him... We're going to give him little kissy lips, which will come into play in just a few minutes. You'll see what that's all about. Hint, it goes a little something like that. Okay, give him ears. He's got to hear once the phone's ringing for a hot, fresh pizza. Little ear lines, of course. And we'll have him doing a little... sort of closing his eyes. Again, you'll see why. And just start to color in the hair. However you see fit. You want to give him little sideburns. It's okay, I won't tell. Shh. Okay. And we'll give him a little cheeks. And of course, what pizza man is complete without a mustache? So let's go ahead and add in his mustache. And really get as big and crazy as you want with this mustache. Ooh baby, pizza, pizza, don't mean maybe. That's a song. So we've got our nice little pizza man's face going on, so we don't want those lips to be lonely, those sweet plump lips, so we're going to go ahead and finish off the motif here by giving him just a little bit of an Italian style mwah. I don't know the official term for what this is, but I'm going to call it an Italian mwah. And I'm giving him the anatomically correct number of fingers, but there's always the 4-finger rule with a cartoon pizza man. Feel free to lose one of those fingers if it's too cumbersome. Okay, so we got his... Okay. Got his arm there. He's so excited about the taste, he's just got to kiss his fingers just to express how delicious this pizza is gonna be. Mwah. Look at that. Bellissima. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just return to our red here. And of course, we'll just give him a nice little sort of pizza man kerchief. Sort of a little tie there that a pizza boy might wear. Look at that. Perfect. All right. So far we've got our pizza man. We know what's going on here, but if a guest drops by in the middle of all this, we need to let them know what this painting is about. So we're going to go ahead and add the word pizza in there, just so everyone knows. Okay, so we can just start up here, and you can get as big and wild as you want with this. This is sort of the main attraction here. Have some fun. If you have any trouble remembering how to spell it, don't be ashamed, just look it up. You'll be glad you did. P-I, sound it out. My secret ingredient? Just a little bit of water. They say that's what makes the dough in New York pizza so great, the water. I don't know anything about that, but it sure helps with painting. Piz. Once you've hit Piz, you're more than halfway there. So if you're tired, you need a break, then feel free to take it, but you're almost there. Getting so hungry. Actually, I haven't eaten in a couple days. Look at that. Pizza. Pizza. Just kidding. Okay, and we'll just touch this up here. Woo! Okay, great. So I'd say we're off to a great start here. So we've got our pizza man, our pizza, but we don't want this pizza man to be lonely, so what do you say we give him a pizza woman? We're going to return to our black. Back to black, Amy Winehouse. Rest in peace. Okay. Oh, what the hell, we'll just give him a nice little fat rotund area here. Pardon my French. Look at that. Alright, so let's give him a mate. Pizza mate. You've heard of coffee mate. Well, you do the math. Okay, so the first thing with any good pizza woman, again, is the hat. The pizza hat is sort of the crust of the pizza mascot. You gotta start there and throw all the other shit on top of it. excuse me, toppings. Look at that. Yow. Getting excited for this pizza. Okay. Okay, totally normal. All right. All right. And you could give your, by no means, don't feel any pressure to follow any kind of gender norms here. You could give your pizza, woman long hair, short hair. She doesn't have to be a woman at all. I realize that this is heteronormative, and it's okay. You know, now that I think about it, we're just going to go ahead and make this another pizza man. Men can have long hair. Pizza makers can be gay. And of course, don't forget of the mustache. Don't let anyone tell you what kind of pizza mate that a pizza man can or can't have. Look at that. Nice long hair. Sort of almost looks like the guy from the Princess Bride. If you really squint your eyes. Okay, great. So we forgot our little lines here on our hats, so let's just give it a little sort of ribbing here. Gentle ribbing. Just sort of some stovepipe lines there. Great. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to actually go ahead and add our pizza man's hand here, and uh-oh. Just bear with me here. This is actually quite a special day in our pizza friends' lives. I'm going to go ahead and just get a smaller brush here, grab some of our yellow ochre here. Mamma mia, our pizza man just proposed. That right there is a diamond ring. So we can't see what's going on under here, but it can be assumed that this pizza man is down on one knee, and this pizza man is probably very short, propped up on some sort of stool or apple box for those of you in the industry. You'll know what that term means. Okay, great. So we've got a proposal going on here. We don't know the pizza man's answer yet, but before we get to all that, his neck looks like it might be cold, so we got to give him his signature. A pizza man, a kerchief. Bit of pizza. Warm up his neck. Okay, look at that. All right, so we'll return to our friends in a minute. But every good pizza box has sort of a generic quote about the pizza in there that we're going to go ahead and add. We're going to add some of our green here. So we'll just add a nice little quote. You could write whatever you want here, but I'm just going to go ahead and write best in town. That's something you might see on one of these boxes. You know, they're often ordered from wholesale places. A lot of times they're not specific to the business. A lot of times they aren't, but this one, though, there's this very specific scene going on. I like to think that in today's America, this could be used in almost any pizza place. Okay, great. Pizza, best in town. Okay. So I don't want to leave you all in suspense any longer. That's why we're going to add our friend's answer. And Mamma Mia, he said yes. Yes. Yeah, just go ahead and add the rest of his body here, or what we can see of it. Some buttons. Great. Look at that. All right. So these two obviously love each other very much. Why don't we just go ahead and flash forward right to their wedding? And I can think of no one better to preside over a pizza man wedding than my wife. She loves pizza and she loves weddings. So we're going to go ahead and add one more pizza character in here, and that's going to be my wife. Okay, so as usual, we'll start with the pizza hat here. That is our dough. Gets easier every time. See how I just breezed right through that? No sweat. Hey. Okay, so we'll add the hat. And of course now we add my wife. Okay. So we'll add her eyes here. And her hair. Some people say she looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy with long hair, but I don't know what they're talking about. I like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I think he's a little sexy. Okay. So just go ahead and add your wife's hair there, or whoever is officiating over your marriage. Hopefully your painting ended in a marriage like mine did, but if not, that's okay. Great. So we'll give my wife a little sort of... She's not a priest, but today she's a pizza priest, so we'll give her a little collar. She could be a woman of the cloth. And we'll have her reading from a book. Maybe it's actually a menu of pizza toppings. And we'll add her little fingers reading from the book. And of course, we'll go back to our red, sort of a nice sauce color, and give my wife those big saucy lips. That I love so much. Okay, so hopefully your painting had as happy of an ending as I did. I encourage you all to take off your shirt and follow along at home with me next time. And all this painting has made me a little hungry, so if you'll excuse me, I hate to be rude, but I'm gonna enjoy a nice hot slice of my own. See you next time.